Hello! I am so excited to talk to you guys today about finding your why in your fitness journey, why it's so important, and the 4 steps that you can take if you really just don't know why you should work out, but you know that you should, but you don't really have that internal motivation yourself. So, my reason for working out and your reason for working out may be the same or it may be very different, but what is important is that we both have that reason. That reason is going to be key to you continuing when things get hard, when your healthy lifestyle becomes inconvenient. Because the truth is, if you want to be healthy and everything in terms of mentally, physically, and emotionally, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and it is not always going to be convenient. Working out at 6 a.m. because you have a full workday ahead, not really probably what you want to do, but it is what you need to do if you want that long-term success and that long-term health. So this reason needs to be very strong. I meet a lot of people that have a lot of excuses as to why they're not healthy and barriers that they face, but I also meet a lot of people that just say that they are looking for the motivation to work out and engage in healthy habits. So the problem with looking for that motivation is that if you had that motivation, you probably wouldn't be listening to this video because you would already be out there doing it. If you are looking, then you do not innately have that naturally strong reason, which is okay. It just means that you're gonna have to work a little harder and you're gonna have to work at finding one, because from any client that I have met, that is the only way to truly have the long-term success when things do get hard. Most people do not find their motivation by scrolling through Instagram and seeing pictures of the 6-pack, because that just feels so far off from where you are now, and it seems really unattainable. So step 1 is just going to be to stop comparing yourself to everyone else's wellness journey, because we all have a different wellness journey. And your wellness journey needs to be personal to you. Your reason needs to be your own. You can't do it for anyone else. It just doesn't stick that way. So number 1 is just stop comparing yourself. So number 2 is to focus on being just a little bit better every day to just start. So it's kind of a saying as old as time that you're never going to get anywhere by just sitting on the couch and kind of dreaming of all the things that you want to do, right? Or the healthy lifestyle that you want to create. You have to just start. There is so many things for free on the internet. If you really need any help, you can message me and I will give you as much direction as I can. But there is tons of free programs or even really inexpensive programs that you can take that are at home or in a gym that just are for people that are looking to start that journey. Also, almost every gym that I know gives you generally a consultation. So during that consultation, it's usually about an hour, you can ask questions. They will teach you how to use different pieces of equipment. Or if you live in Canada like me, it's getting to be summer out. So you can just go out and start walking and really just starting to create those habits, because then the more you start, the more that you're going to want to do. This is just really important, because why it is that you should be fit, sometimes you're not going to find that reason at the very beginning of your journey. Sometimes it takes you being in the journey for you to figure out that reason. I've had clients that all of a sudden they just walk down the stairs one day normally without the knee pain and without feeling winded, and they're just like, oh my gosh, look what I just did. And all of those little moments start to add up over time and really start to create a connection and a drive to continue that healthy lifestyle. But if they never would have started, they never would have created that connection. So sometimes you just have to start regardless of if you have a reason or not, because it will develop over time. So step number 3 is to figure out, what does your version of health look like to you? So is this being able to run for half an hour without stopping? Is it having a 200-pound deadlift? Is it being able to play with your kids without feeling winded? Each of us has our own version of health, And it's really hard because society says that we should be doing a lot of different things. So this is the very first question that I ask all of my clients. Like, what does health look like to you? Does it look like eating healthy throughout the week and then, maybe having a drink or a treat on weekends with friends? Because honestly, like, that's what I do. And that's not what other health professionals do. Some people would say you should never have a drink or never eat any fried food, but that's not my version of health. So each person is going to have their own version, and it's just important to create guidelines for what it means to you, so that then you have something to kind of go off of and to judge yourself by. Because if you are judging yourself based on the, well, kind of crazy, as I like to say sometimes, health person that, is never eats dairy, never eats any gluten, never has a drink, like if that's not you and you're comparing yourself to them, then that's not fair. Because like a lot of people, that's very unattainable. So just compare yourself to what your version of health looks like, and it will set yourself up for success. Step number 4 is to learn what type of motivation you need. So you want to look at what has made you successful in the past, and this can be about anything. It doesn't just have to be about fitness, because that can usually translate over into fitness. So do you need someone to hold your hand to make you accountable, to check in and see if you're still on track? A lot of people get trainers or workout partners for this exact reason, because they know what they need to do. They just don't really feel like doing it. So they need that little push on the days that they don't feel like doing it to come in and do the work anyways. So do you need someone to tell you that, hey, you look fantastic, you're doing such a great job, and to recognize the effort that you're putting in? Because if you're putting in all this effort and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, then that can be really hard for a lot of people. Or do you need a goal outfit or a goal occasion, something to work towards? So, even in your job, you can kind of say, okay, like, are you always working towards a promotion? Like, is that what keeps you working really hard every day? Or is it that you're going to work really hard on a project and then your boss is going to tell you that you did a good job? So kind of analyzing those things in your life where you feel like you have been successful will tell you what you need to do in order to create success in your health and wellness journey. Okay, so just again, those 4 things is step number 1, do not compare yourself to anyone else's journey or anyone else on social media. Your journey is your own. So just no comparison. Step 2 is to just start, to focus on just being a little bit better every day. And even if you just change one thing at a time, that's going to get you way further in a year than it will if you never start, right? So step number 3 is to really define what health looks like to you. I would suggest writing this down so that then when you do have one of those hard moments, you can say, okay, like, why am I doing this? And what does it look like to me? Like, is this a day I need to go to the gym, or is this not a day? You know what I mean? That type of thing. And then step number 4 is to figure out which type of motivation you need, so that again, in those hard moments, you have that person that can tell you you're doing great, even if you've had a hard day, or someone to pick you back up when you fall down, like we all do. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you all. And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to email me or direct message me. Okay, thank you.